Hello, my fellow citizens of the 7th universe. My name is Pat, or Player 2 if you wish to be that specific, and welcome back once again to another Dragon Ball Z Final Stand discussion type video. Yes, so I don't do these too often because when it comes to the game, I just like having fun, and I just like exploring everything in the game. Usually I don't really talk too much about what I think should happen in the game. I just, enjoy the game for what it is. But the sense that there hasn't been any really major updates to the game, and currently the developers are looking for ideas in order to enhance the game, make the game better. I decided that I felt as though we needed a top 5 things needed in Dragon Ball Z Final Stand in order for this game to survive more. Because honestly, there hasn't been much, and I feel like if there's nothing added to the game, unfortunately, just like all Roblox games, eventually it will fall into the void of non-played games. And I don't want to see that with this game, because this game is really freaking good, but I feel as though there could be a lot of other things added to the game to make the experience even better than what it is currently. Now, these ideas, these top 5s are my own personal ideas. I know that a lot of you guys will probably agree with me on a lot of them. But if you do not agree with the stuff that I have to say, just take it with a grain of salt, a grain of sugar, a grain of sand. I don't know the exact saying, but this is just my opinion. If you feel as though you have a different opinion, you can let me know that in the comments below, so that maybe we can get some discussion going. Because there's tons of stuff people are gonna say, and I know for a fact people are gonna be like, "We need more races. We need more this. We need more that." And I'm just like, I don't know if we're going to get any more races, anybody. I don't think we're going to get anything more than that, because there's already, like, 6 races, I think, in this game. So I don't think there's going to be any more. But anyways, let me get to my top 5. So, number 5. I'm starting from 5, going down to 0. So, number 5 that I would like to see in this game. This is kind of more of, like, a personal thing, but at the same time, I know for a fact a couple of you guys can relate, is the fact that you cannot turn off instant transmission. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit weird, because the way that the game works is that you can type in instant transmission, and as long as they're in a public server, they can teleport to you wherever you are. Also, if the server's full, they can't warp to you. But if the server has room and you're not in a private server, anybody can join you from anywhere, as long as you're in, like, the correct level. So if you're hanging out here, hanging out on Earth, anybody can join you at any time, given the things that I said just previously. Now, I feel like that should be something that needs to be changed with this game. That's kind of, I like the idea, but I kind of want the option to be like, go into the menu here, and maybe have, like, a button here that's like, turn on and off instant transmission. Not just because, I'm the YouTuber, and, like, sometimes there are trolls that kind of follow me around, try to kill me and stuff like that. But I know for a fact there's a lot of people that I know and play with that are on my Discord server that do happen, that, like, they actually have problems with the instant transmission because some guy is just giving someone a really hard time. I feel like there should be an option to, like, at least either turn it off or be able to, like, turn it off for select players. But I think it'd be a lot easier just to turn it off in general. So, I think that's one thing that should be added into this game. It's more like a personal preference thing. Some people might not agree with me on that, but at the same time, I feel as though you should have some sort of privacy. Also, my hair's all weird. Kind of just realized that. But as well, so, number 4. Sorry, I'm, like, beating people up while I'm currently doing this. Number 4 that I would love to see added into this game. You guys ready for this? Number 4. More limited time events. Yes, so what I mean by this is limited time events. Maybe something when it goes with double experience for a weekend, or double Zenny for a weekend. Something to get people to come into this game and, like, be like, oh man, this double XP weekend. Let's go for the grind and everything like that. I feel like that should be added to this game. There hasn't been a double XP or a double Zenny thing in God knows how long. Another thing that I would say on top of this is that limited time events, meaning limited time, like not just double XP and Zenny, but, like, limited time events in the world. Like, I forgot exactly where he is. I think he was around. I think he spawned around here. Remember the time that during Christmas time there was actually a Santa right here, and as long as you kept beating him, you would get a bunch of Zenny. Like, that was really, really cool. Unfortunately, I was gone during that week. I had to go to my family's house to celebrate Christmas, so I unfortunately was not able to check out that event at that time, but I've heard people were really, really, really happy about it. So I feel as though, you know, having another one of those types of events would be really cool. Maybe it's like a boss, like a raid. Maybe it's like some sort of, like, you know, like someone as powerful as, like, say, maybe not as powerful, but someone as powerful as Jiren spawns into the world. And he gives off a, like, he's really, really powerful, and there's no way you can actually 1v1 him. You have to have the entire server help you out. And especially with, like, a 20-person server, or whatever the max is in this game, I feel like that would actually be, like, really cool if everybody, like, there'd be something that, like, pops up on the screen that'd be like, oh, X, Y, and Z just spawned into the world, and then, like, another, like, you know how, like, when you get a marker, it's usually, like, the orange marker that tells you exactly where to go. Maybe it's, like, a green marker, or, like, a red marker, or, like, you know, a skull and crossbow marker pops up on your screen, and you're able to see exactly where he is, and you could go up and help them. Now, it would be, like, the same thing as any other, thing, that if you do happen to, like, you know, do at least 1 damage towards the enemies, you would get credit for helping out in that raid. I don't know particularly how that would be programmed, because obviously I'm not a programmer. I haven't really made my own Roblox game, but I feel as though that might be kind of cool, because I've seen games that just do, like, random spawns and be like, go take down this guy, and you get, like, this awesome new weapon or something like that. Maybe you go over there, get a new move, or, like, you know, just get a buttload of Zenny or a buttload of experience for no reason. Like, that'd be great. I think that would be really cool, because, like, you know, maybe it's not, like, you know, a random thing, but, like, you know, like, Jiren spawns where Cell is for a week, and you have a week to beat him as many times as you possibly can, and after a week, he's gone. And then someone else, like Cell can spawn at the Cell games that are over here. You know that, like, they Snake added the Cell games over here. When have you ever used it? Never. This is a perfect area for something of that nature. So, you know, maybe Cell spawns and he's really powerful. Maybe he's like, maybe add some, like, Xenoverse stuff, like, you know, Villainous Cell, or, like, you know, Villainous Frieza, you know, like the Time Breaker stuff. You can add that into this game and, like, have them spawn here, and then, like, everyone's got to go in. Maybe Toa and Mira spawn in and you fight these guys. Like, that would be really freaking cool. I actually didn't think about Toa and Mira in that entire Dragon Ball Heroes Xenoverse universe just until now. I was thinking more of, like, a GT thing, but dang, there's so much more that could be added if you wanted to go down the Heroes and Xenoverse track, which would be really cool. Anyways, to the next one. I don't want to ramble on for too much. Number 3. What would number 3 be? Yes, this is self-explanatory. New moves. I would love for the game to have new moves. This is something that I feel like a lot of people would really, really appreciate, and I feel like that would be, like, really, really cool to have, because I do not believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there hasn't been any new moves besides transformations added to this game since it was released. I think there might have been a couple updates, you know, here and there, that, like, as people got higher levels, he released other moves. But, like, ever since people were able to get to level 500, I don't think he added any new moves. Like, Whis still gives off the same moves. He still gives off he still gives off the Flame Kamehameha, Dark Kamehameha, Kaioken ×4 Kamehameha, you know, one-handed Kamehameha, that sort of stuff. I think it's, like, even, like, the Blue Blaster, I think, was added into that. Like, Whis has all those moves, but, like, Whis can have a couple other moves. Or, like, you know, in the shop here, when it comes to key moves, there could be something else. Like, you know how there's, like, you know, Big Bang Kamehameha? You could do, like, you know, the ×100 Big Bang Kamehameha, which has, like, you know, kind of like the look of, like, a Final Shine attack. Like, that would be really cool. Or, you know, maybe, like, another Spirit Bomb or something like that. Or maybe you can get, like, another Dragon Fist that's actually super powerful. Because, like, you know, you have Super Dragon Fist, but there could be an even more powerful Dragon Fist move that could be added. I wouldn't know, but I just would like to see other stuff added to the game, because I know all these moves. I know which one most of them do. I mean, some of them I haven't even bothered. Like the ones over here, I haven't even bothered because after a while, they're just like, you know, just terrible. Like Burning Blast and Spirit Ball. Like, they're just... Once you're, like, at my level, why would you even use these moves? So, I haven't actually tried out a lot of them. But, like, at the same time, like, there could be a lot more added. Like, not just with Ki, but with melee moves, too. Like, that would be freaking awesome. Because I would like to see some more, like, combo-based moves or something like that. All right, next up, this is number 2. Number 2, you guys ready for this? This one is actually pretty interesting. I was actually thinking about it for a while, and I feel like because I've been playing a lot of, I've been playing off my spare time. I don't usually record it that often these days, just because, the kind of, like, the hype for it is pretty much almost gone at this point. But I've been playing, Dokkan Battle for a little bit. I mean, people are going to be mad that the hype for Dokkan Battle is kind of gone, but, like, I mean, Dokkan Battle's been out for so long at this point. Like, everybody knows about it. But Dokkan Battle, there is a mode where you get to face every single boss, every single hard mission in one go. Like, I think that should be added into this game. You know, you get, like, a team or, like, you know, something like how you go onto the tower here, and you sit down and you're transported over to the Tournament of Power. Maybe something like in this area. Maybe something like what I keep going back to the Cell games. So maybe somewhere in the Cell games, there could be an area where a bunch of people are able to sit down and transport over to a boss rush area. So, you know, you fight every single, like, really tough battle in one go. There could be other challenges where, like, you know, if you go here, this is where you fight, like, you know, all the Super Saiyans, or, like, you go over here and you fight all, like, the bad guys or something. Then you go over here and you fight all the Super Saiyans again, but you're not allowed to use any beans. Like, you're not allowed to use red beans, green beans, yellow beans, that sort of stuff. So, like, if you're out, like, if you're running out of health, you're dead. That's pretty much it. And then, like, add something over here that's just, like, you know, just literally fight everything. Remember, for people who used to play Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, there was a mode where you took on every single person that was implemented into the game. Like, the last boss being Super Vegito, and, you know, the first one being, like, you know, Krillin, Kid Gohan, and, like, a Cyberman. Like, you can add one of every single mob. I don't know, like, how hard it would be, but maybe add, like, one of every single mob be added into the game, and then you and a bunch of friends or a bunch of teammates go in and just, you know, absolutely wreak havoc and see what you can get. And the rewards for that could be, like, new moves, money, experience, clothes, that sort of stuff. So, like, that is definitely a thing. Now, this is the time. You guys ready for this? Number 1. The number 1 thing that must be added into this game just to, like, you know, have people excited for something. It needs to be added, even though it's pretty tough. But I think it should be added. Number 1 is a new area. I mean, when's the last time we got a new area in the game that wasn't the Tournament of Power? Or, like, the new PvP area? Like, a new world like this. That you could fly around, you know, have fun, and then do missions. When's the last time we were actually able to do that? Oh, yeah, I could tell you. Around Thanksgiving time. You know, it's like... It's close to being halfway through May already. We're like a week away from halfway through May. Like, that is ridiculous. And I feel like there should be a new area added to the game. I know when it comes to game developing, after a while, people do get bored of developing the same game over and over and over and over again. I see that with Roblox people all the time, where after a while, they're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And they go and develop another game and then leave their games behind. So it does, like, I can understand that. Like, I'm not gonna hate on the fact that developers do that. I could be the same thing. I mean, when it comes to, like, video making, after a while, if you start making the same videos over and over and over and over and over again, eventually you want to do something else. You don't want to do the same thing that you constantly always do. So, but still, like, if Snake wants this game to, you know, continue to grow its fan base, and continue for players to constantly come back to this area, I suggest at least making a brand new area. Now, when it comes to a brand new area, I mean, I'm going to take Ray's idea, my girlfriend's idea here, and say that the Supreme Kai planet, that planet should be added. You know, you could fight, like, you know, Kid Buu. You could fight, I don't know, maybe you could even fight, like, the GT characters or something like that. Like, you can fight a lot of crazy people on the Supreme Kai world. Because that's basically, like, Supreme Kai world, like, people that are dead can still, like, go over there. So, basically, like, well, actually, not really. Goku and Vegeta were just able to do that just because they were able to. But, like, technically, like, anybody could go over there. So, like, literally, my boss rush idea could be on that new world. I was just suggesting to put it here just because everybody can do it. But, like, I feel like that should be added. Just give us a little bit more fun. Gives us a little bit more of a, something to look forward to in the future. And it's just, like, I don't know. I don't want this game to get super stale. But, like, after a while, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, unfortunately, like, it does get stale after a while. I mean, that's just the nature of life. Like, eventually, if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna get bored of it and you want something new. That's just the human mind. It's nothing against, like, the game developers. It's nothing against the players. That's literally a human, like, that's just a human mindset. That, like, after a while, you kind of want to do something new. You know, change it up after a while. Because if you keep going in routine and keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you eventually get mad and you get insane. So, I just want something new. Like, you know, something like a little bit more crazy, a little bit different to be added to the game. So, I think on that note, everybody, I've rambled on for too much now. I think that would be it. So, I think that's it for everything right now. So, I do want to say thank you guys for joining once again. If you do agree with some of these points that I've been making in this video, let me know down in the comments below, or if you have your own ideas as well, let me know. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, hey Pat, they should add new races, they should add new transformations and everything. At this point, I feel like the game's pretty much all set with that. We just need other stuff. Like, we just need other stuff to fly around with. Like, I know the mindset of Roblox players, it's people flock to games that have, like, 1 billion transformations. But I feel like this game probably has, like, the most amount, like, that you need. I mean, I would love to see Super Saiyan 4 and stuff like that, but it doesn't really need it. But on that note, everybody, I am going to be saying thank you guys for joining once again, and I will be seeing you later.